today doing something a little bit different. It's not a card. It's actually a request from somebody that I know for one of our workshops. So they have asked for a topper for a gift bag. So these little gift bags here, there's lots of different ones you can buy at craft stores and things like that. We do have the iridescent treat bags here, and they're very pretty, but I wanted something that's a little bit plainer, is that the right word? Like, these ones are gorgeous, but they want to be able to see the little baking things. They're making baking treats, baked treats, I should say. So these ones are going to go in here. I think there's like enough room here for a couple of cookies or some brownies or something like gingerbread, whatever, to go in this. So I'm going to show you how to do a topper that's very, very simple. So I'm going to measure how wide, don't worry about how length it is, but how wide it is to do our topper. All right, so the other things that we are using today is I'm going to go back and use these fabulous Greetings for You Mixed and Match ephemera pack. So these ones here have a variety of Christmas-based sentiments, and they are in lots of gold, and we'll choose one shortly, but this will add that beautiful little bling to your to your topper. The other thing I'm going to use today, which I'm not going to bring my embossing folder in today, I'm just going to have it on the side, but this is the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. So if you have not seen this yet, this is fantastic. It has it's your standard size embossing folder, but it is a 3D, so it's thicker, all right, and you actually get that corrugated, almost like, you know, you get on the inside of boxes and things like that. It's very pretty. So that's just gonna give a bit of texture. Okay, we're gonna need a piece of real red cardstock. Now I've got it sort of, this one is, yeah, it's about close to 6 centimeters. I'll show you why shortly. And then I have a banner already cut that's in gold. Now my packet of memories, I'm going to say it's not memories and more, it's Christmas tags and more. So it's very tricky because we have memories and more, and now we have tags and more. So this 6x6 DSP actually comes with all of these die cuts, basically. So I've picked out a tree and this cute little banner section that's going to go on here as well. So this one here, I'm not sure whether I'll use it or not, but I'll show you why a little bit later. So this one here is going to, and we've got the two-tone cardstock. So look, I'll be honest, I don't use this a lot, but hopefully you can see there's a difference. One's lighter, one's darker, and I'm going to use that for our embossing folder. So to start with, find out how wide your treat bag is going to be. So mine is 14 centimeters. I'm going to make it 14.5, just a little bit extra. Now the reason for that is I want it to sort of hang over the edge ever so slightly. You can make it exactly the same, but I'm not going to. So 14.5 centimeters there. Okay. Now for this one, this is going to be the base of our topper. So I'm going to just turn it over. Okay, and I'm going to make it about 1.5 centimeters that I'm going to score it. Now that is where I'm going to, this is going to be our topper. Here, I'm just going to take some of that burring off. I really do need to change my blade. Okay, so that leaves us with 4 centimeters times by 17.5. Okay, whilst I've got my trimmer here, I'm going to do the same here, but it's actually going to be 3.5 centimeters, which isn't much. Now these are, like at Christmas time, I do get my bake on. I do a lot of Christmas baking and I do a lot of preserves, like I have a big fig tree and things like that. So I do need some sort of little gift bags and tags and, you know, boxes and all sorts of things. So remembering 14.5, so I'm going to go back and do 14 here. Okay. Now I'm going to move it to one side. So this is quite a quick project. Okay, off to the side, and I am going to cut my I'm going to emboss this one. I'm going to do it so that the stripes are going up and down, because this is going to go on here. So we're going to pop this in here, trying to line it up so it's fairly straight. And I'll throw it through my machine. So if you're following along, I was late at starting Christmas, so you will start to see lots and lots of projects coming up in all of my social media, because I have been so slow at getting it done. I'm sorry, and I'm just getting the sandwich correct. Looks right to me, and running it through my machine. So if you have an embossing, oh gosh, hang on, it's not going through there. Give me 1 second. If you do have this machine, it does give you the instructions on our plates. Do I read them? No. Should I? Probably. So I'm putting, so, oh gosh, no. Our, like I said, our thick embossing, well, that's why it's not working. 1 second. To do your, give me 1 second, thin dies, 3D. So I need a 1 and a 4. Okay, I'll show you in a second. It's been a while since I've used embossing foil. It's been a couple of weeks, so the brain's not working very well. There we go. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 plate to go through our machine, and the 4 is the one I should have been using. All right, here we go. So isn't that cute? Now I can choose either lighter or the darker. I'm probably going to go with probably the darker, I think. What I'm going to do though, before I do that, is I'm going to grab a nail file or some kind of file and just run over a little bit, like literally not a lot. It sort of becomes a little rustic. That's the right word. And I don't want it to be too much. There we go. But can you see they're a white core cardstock, so it just takes a little bit of that color off, and then you get that distressed look. So this part here is literally going to be glued on here. Because it's an embossed piece of cardstock, I do try to put a lot more glue than I normally would. I'm quite conservative with my glue, but for this one, I'm going to make sure that it is going to stick down really well. And give it a second holding it down to make sure that it does stick there. All right, let me put this on here. Now, ordinarily, we would have this already closed. So I'm just going to fold it down like so you can see where it's going to go. This is going to be our topper, so it's going to go there. Okay, so that means this section here is going to be on the that part of the bag. So I'm going to use my tear and tape rather than glue. The glue won't work as well with these plastic ones. So like I said, you can get all different sizes. You should see how many I have. I have big ones that are sort of A4 all the way down to really small packets. When you come for a workshop with me, you tend to get, I'll have most of all little bits and pieces in some sort of one of these plastic bags, and that just means that everybody gets to not lose everything. Now I'm just going to line it up. There is a little bit of a gap on the end. This is just going to go down here like so. Okay, and look, I can still fill it now, and it does have a little tape there for when you close it, but I'm going to hold that with a little clip just so you can see it from the side. That's going to be like that. So we are going to add a little banner here and a little banner there. Now this gold one, I am going to add it behind. So this size here, oops, to one side, it's going to, I just want a little tiny bit of gold to come off the edge. So I want it to probably sit like that. The gold is probably not important, okay? And it's going to come off the edge. So I'm going to, oops, do this one on here first. So you can embellish it however you like. It obviously is a smaller project in regards to trying to find my scissors. It's a smaller project, but if you are doing baking, you're probably going to do several of these at once, and you may want to change what you're going to put on it. So I know in these particular packs, they have everything from a wreath to baubles and stockings and things like that. So you just want something to be sit there that's going to be embellish it. So we're going to, then I'm going to add some dimensional dots to the back here. On the edge, I'm going to add a bit more than in the middle. It is just packaging after all, so you don't have to worry too much about it being too sturdy, because it actually will be filled out with whatever the goodies are going to be in the middle. So there we go. I'm going to add this one. Now I'll probably add, at the end of this video, I might add some extra ideas. Another bag a topper for a bag is one that you can actually put all the way to the back side of it, and it sort of creates its own package. I'm not going to do that with this one today. We're just going to do a little bit of glue there and add this one. This one's just to create kind of cute little project. All right, the last thing I'm going to add is one of these. So I want something that is, so we've got this one. Just going to be careful taking them out because there's more than one sheet. There we go. So on the back of this one, it tells you obviously it's gold. It says here you get a quantity of 6. So I'm trying to think. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've obviously misplaced a few. Okay, I want something that's going to go on top of all of this, and I think I will go from our house to yours because I'm going to bake and it's going to come from my house. Okay, very careful to pull it out. Now this one here is, it does have adhesive on the back. So I'm going to peel that off. It's got some slits on it just so that it does come apart in more than one piece, just so you know. And this is going to go over the top here where the tag is. So that is it here. How easy is that? So simple. The concept is simple, I know that, but we're going to fill that with some goodies. And then if you want to add a little tag or even a card, I guess you could do. I'm going to probably, because that's pretty, I'm going to add just 1 or 2 of these. There is some nice gold ones. I'm probably going a little overboard with the gold, so let me instead do a red one or 2 on our little tree. That's kind of cute over the top because it's got these little red dots there. One more because it's cute. Okay, that's cute. Now, what you can do, just showing you what you can do, is you can get your crocodile, okay, and you can add a couple of little holes in it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then we're going to use a little bit of twine. Now this one is just an old twine that I have, a big roll of it. Comes out only at Christmas time. But if you had this filled with your goodies, then you were probably going to, then how am I going to deliver it or hold it? I'm going to add a little handle. So my hands aren't working today. Here we go. Okay, a little one like this. Literally cut that off. And then add a little knot. I don't have any at the moment, but often I do add a little bit, couple of little beads as well, which makes it cute. So there we go. That's our bag topper. You can obviously add lots of bits and pieces, like I said, but this is the way that I did for today. Here's a good idea for you. Make sure that you are subscribing, because I probably will add something similar. Packaging is always a good idea at Christmas. So thanks everyone for joining me, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.